Hey, do you have any idea how much money goes down the drain every month on bottled water? I sat down and did the maths recently, and it genuinely shocked me. Between the big bottles from the supermarket, multi-packs, and whatever you grab on the go, it adds up to a painful amount. And that is without counting the plastic waste you generate. Well, today we are fixing that because I have put together the 7 best cold water dispensers available in Europe right now, each one with a completely different approach and for a totally different kind of person. Quick heads up before we start. Most of these run on Peltier cooling cells, which bring the water down about 10 to 15 degrees below room temperature, so you get pleasantly cool, refreshing water, but not the ice-cold shock from a fridge. If you are expecting liquid ice, manage those expectations. If you just want fresh water on tap, you are golden. All the links are in the description. Let's dive in. The Jaka 1102 is the kind of dispenser you look at and think, right, this is simple, I get it. 7 liters in the tank, you fill it from the tap, push the lever, and out it comes. It draws just 65 watts, which is less than an old-school light bulb, so your electricity bill will not even notice. But the real magic is not the specs, it is what it changes at home. Picture this. It is summer, the kids burst through the door drenched in sweat from the park, and instead of you playing bartender pouring glasses every 2 minutes, they just walk up, push the lever, and sort themselves out. That independence is priceless. The 7-liter tank means you only refill it once a day for most families, which keeps things dead simple. The only thing to keep in mind is that the plastic can give off a slight taste when brand new. The fix that actually works, fill it with a 50-50 mix of white vinegar and water, leave it overnight, then flush with several liters of clean water. After that, no issues whatsoever. Speaking of taste, you know which one does not have that problem? The TFGXUE, because every part that touches the water is food-grade stainless steel. From the very first glass, the water tastes like water and nothing else. It works with jugs of different sizes, which gives you serious flexibility, and the dispensing is electric and automatic, so there is no lifting, no pumping, no effort. Compared to the Jaka, you step up in materials and versatility, though you need floor space since it is a standing model. For a home gym in the garage, a waiting room, or a shared studio, it is a brilliant fit. And here is something people rarely mention. Stainless steel does not develop those micro scratches where bacteria colonize the way plastic does, so long-term hygiene is a completely different game. If you can spare the space, this offers one of the best material quality to value ratios in the category. Now, the one that surprised me most on this entire list, the Aqua Optima Lumi. This takes a completely different path. It has an Evolve Plus 5-stage filter that strips chlorine, heavy metals, pesticides, and even microplastics from your tap water. 8.2 liters total with a chill chamber of 0.8 liters that cools in just 30 minutes, roughly twice as fast as a jug in the fridge. When it hits 12 degrees, a blue LED lights up, so you know exactly when it is ready without any guessing. If you work from home, this is a game changer. Put it on your desk and forget about constant kitchen trips. You have got filtered fresh water right there all day, and you free up fridge space too. The filters last about 30 days, and there is a phone app that reminds you when to swap them. When you crunch the numbers, the cost per liter comes out up to 10 times cheaper than buying branded bottled water. If several people drink at once, the chilled chamber empties quickly, but for 1 or 2 people, it handles the job perfectly. The Orbegozo DA 5525 looks similar to the Haka on paper, 7 liters, Peltier, countertop. So why is it here? Because a couple of details set it apart. It chills at a steady 1.5 liters per hour, giving you a more consistent flow of cool water through the day rather than sudden bursts, followed by lukewarm disappointment. And it has such a compact profile, it fits between the countertop and overhead cabinets, which if you live in a small flat, you know how valuable that real estate is. Great for a busy kitchen, a workshop, a covered terrace. Not a bedroom though, because the Peltier fan hums noticeably while it works, but anywhere with a bit of background noise it blends right in. Same initial plastic taste as the Jaka, same vinegar trick sorted. Right, what if you want hot and cold water from the same machine? The Quiucayer does both, and that puts it in a league of its own. 500 watts of heating give you water above 90 degrees almost instantly, perfect for coffee, tea, or instant soup without turning on the hob. On the cold side, 75 watts delivers fresh water, great for rehydrating after a workout, though do not expect it to match a fridge, especially where summers hit hard. Think about it. Morning coffee straight from the hot tap, afternoon cool water from the same machine, no kettle cluttering the counter, no separate cooler taking up space. 2 appliances in one, that is pretty brilliant. 304 stainless steel liner inside, child safety lock on the hot tap, and a system that cuts power if it runs dry, which for peace of mind matters enormously. It takes jugs up to 18.9 liters upside down on top. Lifting them takes a bit of effort, I will not pretend otherwise, but once in place you forget about it for days. Compared to the Aqua Optima, you lose the filtration but gain that dual hot and cold function that nothing else on this list can match. The Ecode Eco 3160 is an odd one in the best possible way. 2.8 liters total with a chilled tank of 600 milliliters. Sounds small, and it is, but this one competes on purity, not volume. 5-stage filter with ceramic, activated carbon, and ion exchange resin that removes chlorine and microplastics while also softening hard water by stripping calcium and magnesium. The result is water with a mouthfeel that genuinely surprises you, smooth and clean in a way you can actually taste. Perfect if you live alone, want one for the bedside table, or value absolute quality in every glass over quantity. Looks like something a mad scientist would keep in a miniature lab, minus the crazy hair. Replacement filters are affordable and widely available, so you will never be stuck with a useless gadget because someone discontinued the refills. Refilling several times a day is part of the deal, but solo the rhythm is perfectly manageable. And the last one is the one I liked most for sheer clever design. The ArbGo works with a flexible silicone tube you drop straight into any jug, from 3.5 to 18.9 liters. That wipes out the bottleneck compatibility headaches you get with rigid models like the Orbegozo in one stroke. Depending on the version, it runs on a USB rechargeable battery or mains cable for the 550-watt heating and cooling models. The anti-drip is flawless. Release the button and the flow stops dead, so you can keep it next to your laptop without worrying about spills. But the best part is the built-in LED light. It is 3 in the morning. You are thirsty, you press the button, the little light illuminates your glass just enough, and you are back in bed without switching on a single light or waking anyone up. The silicone tube detaches completely and sterilizes in boiling water, which from a hygiene standpoint is a massive plus. The only aesthetic consideration is the tube running down to the jug on the floor, but tuck the jug behind furniture or under the table, and it looks perfectly tidy. Quick recap so you know where you stand. If you want something practical and affordable for the whole family, the Jaka 1102 or the Orbegozo 5525, both with 7 liters and minimal power draw. If serious filtration is your top priority, the Aqua Optima Lumi is unbeatable. Need hot and cold from one unit, the QCare covers both without a doubt. Living solo and want maximum purity in minimum space, the Ecode Eco 3160 is your best bet. And if total versatility is what you are after, the ArbGo with its universal tube has no rival. All the links are in the description. If this was helpful, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.